In every war, there are provocations and triggers. Can losing a football match be a trigger? Yes, that's exactly what happened in the year 1969 when Honduras lost a football match to El Salvador. Estimates put the combined death toll of the war that followed at 3,000 plus. So, to understand this weird fact, we need to look at the provocation. Honduras is 5 times the size of El Salvador, but with 40% lesser population. By 1969, more than 300,000 Salvadorans were living in Honduras due to large mafias controlling land in El Salvador. In 1966, the United Fruit Company, that owned 10% of land in Honduras, formed the FENA. They lobbied the then President General Osvaldo Lopez Arellano to implement a land reform in 1967 that took away land from El Salvador immigrants and redistributed it to native-born Hondurans in spite of their legal claims or cross marriages. The final nail in the coffin arrived in the form of qualifiers for the 1970 FIFA World Cup between the two countries. The first match was played in the Honduran capital and Honduras won for 1-0. The second match was a clean sweep by El Salvador 3-0 played at their capital. Both the games were marred by violence. Losing the match to El Salvador in such a fashion has triggered elements in Honduras to target El Salvador immigrants and business owners. In the next 10 days, more than 17,000 El Salvador immigrants fled back to their native country. The final match was scheduled to be in Mexico City on 27 June 1969. El Salvador terminated all diplomatic relations with Honduras just before the match began. A last-minute goal ensured El Salvador won by 3-2. By this time, tensions were running high on both sides, accusing of genocide and targeted persecution. On July 14, 1969, El Salvador launched air raids on the Honduran capital in the disguise of passenger airplanes that caused major damages to property and life. Honduran Air Force responded and bombed the city of Cotuco, a major petroleum hub. For the next 4 days, pitched battles were fought on land and air, with no one gaining an upper hand. Both the countries had approached the US for assistance but was denied. Instead, the US, along with the OAS, started mounting pressure for a ceasefire. On July 18th, El Salvador declared a ceasefire which came into full effect on 20th July. The El Salvador army refused to withdraw until assurances were given for the safety of the Salvadoran immigrants in Honduras. Due to the threat of sanctions from OAS and assurances provided by the Honduran president, the El Salvador army finally withdrew on August 2, 1969. This 4-day conflict left more than 3,000 people dead and mostly civilians. The scar remained between the two nations for a very long time until they came to a final peace agreement on 30th October 1980 at Lima, Peru. The return of a huge number of El Salvador immigrants gave rise to the Salvadorian Civil War from 1979 to 1992, which resulted in the deaths of more than 75,000 people. Meanwhile, on the same day when the war ended on 20th July 1969, mankind took the greatest leap of faith and set foot on the moon. What a contrast!